This is your home for the Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live.
Alford is going to hand it off to Cody Buck up the middle, lowers the shoulder into the end zone.
Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors. 48 years of Hayden tradition and excellence. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com.
Bergen going to set up Paget nicely. Gar with his third rebound, kicks it to Talon Torres. Now Ryder and I going to try a mid-range jump shot, and that's good. Bailey Smith open it in the corner for three, up and in. Bergen goal from the four. He'll swing it out right side, looking for the corner, the end zone. He will make it another Bulldog touchdown.
It's time for the Bulldogs on your home for Baldwin High School Athletics. Baldwin Sports Live.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Liston Stadium right here in Baldwin City, Kansas, for another edition of Bulldog Football presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Baldwin comes in at 3-3 after dropping two in a row, including last week at Santa Fe Trail, 42-21. The Dogs finished 2-2 in that brutal stretch of their schedule with 4 straight road games, but back to the friendly confines here tonight to take on a district foe in the Bishop Ward Cyclones, who come in with a record of 2-4 overall and 1-1 in the district, just like Baldwin. That sets us up for a big-time matchup here tonight, because if Baldwin can win, they put themselves in the driver's seat for a home playoff game in Week 9. Hi, everyone. I'm Ryan Hilmer here alongside Jackson Blakely doing the color commentary for us, and we also welcome a new member to our crew tonight, and Joey Bongard, who was up top on the camera controls, another KU guy, Jackson. So nice to have another one of those in here. Keep them coming, rock chalk. Coming up next, we're going to have the Baldwin State Bank pregame show where we'll set up this matchup and preview both teams. But I'd like to remind you first that Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Shad and Penny Sheldon are your Baldwin City area brokers, and they would like you to check out the Clinton Lake Escape, a 14-acre property near Clinton Lake. It features a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with rustic charm, a fireplace, and an unfinished walkout basement. Enjoy a mix of open space and wooded seclusion with abundant wildlife. Close to Lawrence, Topeka, and Kansas City, your serene country retreat awaits. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666. We'll take a quick break, and we will be back with more on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show after this.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft. ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back here to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. It's brought to you by the Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For over 130 years now, they've helped serve our community. So go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. All right, Jackson, let's take a quick look back at Baldwin's loss last week on the road. It was their fourth road game in a row. They lost 42-21 at Santa Fe Trail. The Chargers now have the foothold on the district championship. They look like they're going to be finishing in first. Baldwin trying to finish in second, get a home playoff game. We look back at that game, Baldwin was able to move the ball pretty effectively. They had 364 total yards. They had 21 first downs, but penalties and a costly fumble on their first drive of the second half slowed them down a little bit. They were 3 of 7 on third downs, 2 of 3 on fourth downs. Alford was pretty efficient. He was 12 of 18 through the air, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That was the big thing for me. He's only thrown 1 interception on the year, so Bryce has been doing a great job taking care of the football. He also ran the ball 12 times for 79 yards. Creighton Frost, the big back, had 14 carries for 72 yards. Landry Quick had the 1 rushing touchdown on his 4 carries and 9 yards. And then we also had touchdown catches from Colton Collum and Miles Massey. Miles Massey's play was like you sent me, just got mossed play. That was an incredible catch. And then Ethan Williams also contributed last week. He had 5 catches for 44 yards. Defensively, Brendan O'Connor, Wrigley Hamrick, and Jackson Rude led the way. They all had 10 tackles last week. Creighton Frost had 2 tackles for loss. Those were the only tackles for loss on the team. And so for me, Jackson, we got to try to force some more negative plays, try to force some turnovers. We weren't able to do that against Santa Fe Trail. Santa Fe Trail, like Baldwin, were able to move the football a lot. And they put up a lot of points and had more explosive plays, less penalties, and they scored on 6 of their 7 drives. So looking back to that game, what are some of your takeaways from that, and what's Baldwin got to do tonight?
Well, that last thing you mentioned is possibly the most important. You said they scored on 6 of 7 possessions. They scored on all 6 of their full possessions. That one possession came with 20 seconds left in the first half, right after that Miles Massey touchdown we were talking about. But just getting this defense back in a groove is going to be a really important thing. You know, the senior leadership is going to be talking about that a lot. Coach Melcher, I'm sure that was a big emphasis, is getting this defense back to where they were at the beginning of the year. They started this year off with 2 shutouts in 3 weeks against Iola in week 1 and Burlington in week 3. We've seen how good this defense can be. They just were not up to par last week. I'm sure they would all agree to that, along with Coach Melcher. And then on the offensive side of the ball, it was a 42-21 game, but don't forget, you mentioned we were moving the ball really well, and we had 3 big opportunities to get back into that game late that we just missed, on. That Carson Shannon fumble there to start the second half, and then an underthrow where about halfway through the third quarter, he had Jackson Root up the sideline and just underthrown. It ended up being an incompletion. That would have been a pretty much guaranteed touchdown, and then another throw late in the game over the middle, just overthrown. Is something that Bryce Alford throughout the year, he's been really good down the field. We've scored on a lot of 20-plus yard touchdowns this year, and I'm sure he's looking to find a rhythm for himself this week as well.
Yeah, they were able to move the football. The Chargers were. They had 15 first downs. Then Baldwin did a pretty nice job stopping them on third downs. They were 2 of 6 on third downs, but 4 of 4 on fourth downs. So you just couldn't really finish it off. And in terms of the other side here, the Bishop Ward Cyclones, they finished 1-7 last year. They are 2-4 this year. It's the second season for their head coach, Brandon Duff. And they lost last week 49-20 to Wellsville. And they had won 2 straight before that. They got some good athletes on their team, including junior quarterback Quintavion Pike. They got a senior running back in Ray Sir Crockett. and he's a good player. He runs hard, and perhaps their top target out wide is another senior and wideout Devontae Davis. They only got about 32 players officially on their roster, but 11 of them are seniors, and they do have some big boys up front. So what are kind of your takeaways from going through the Cyclones lineup? There's not a lot of stats online for them, but you can see that they're a pretty athletic team.
I remember last year, that matchup. It was a tough matchup. We kept it close in the first half like we did a lot last year, but in the second half kind of tapered away, allowed Bishop Ward to pull away, and then I don't remember the score exactly last week, but we weren't in it at the end of the game. I think this year is a complete 180. I think we're a lot better this year. We're going to have a chance to kind of make up for what we had last year. We've already done it twice this year with beating Iola after last year and beating Wellsville as well. So that's going to be really fun. I'm sure this team is really fired up to be back in front of this Baldwin City crowd.
Absolutely.
It's been 4 long weeks for them, including us as well, being on the road.
Almost forgot where we played for a second.
I
had to find the stadium. So it's good to be home. In terms of this series history, it goes back to 1991. That was the first time these two schools played, and they had a couple of playoff games. And their first regular season matchup didn't come till 2016. Bishop Ward does lead the series 5-3. They've played 8 times, and Bishop Ward has won 4 straight games. The last time Baldwin won was 2017 as the Bulldogs take the field here. And hopefully they got it going on tonight. They got the purple camo uniforms tonight.
I love to see it. I wish we'd
up.
bring something like this to over on the basketball side.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So let's go ahead and take a quick break. The boys jumping around in midfield. We'll be back with more on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
When it comes to building your dream home, quality matters. For residential or commercial, Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry brings precision, passion, and Baldwin City pride to every project. They specialize in complete home builds and custom cabinetry to help your dream space become a reality. For a free quote, call 785-248-0698 and follow them on Facebook to check out their latest projects. Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry. Built local, built right, built for Baldwin City.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning have been keeping Baldwin City comfortable since 2011. Whether you need quick repairs, seasonal maintenance, or a brand new system, Clint and his team have you covered. Schedule an appointment today by calling 785-393-9329 and sign up for the preferred maintenance plan for special discounts. One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, the choice for the comfort of your family.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Welcome back here on the pregame show. Time now for our area matchups as they get the coin toss going. Spring Hill is at Emporia tonight. Eudora at Tonganoxie should be a good game. Ottawa is visiting Lewisburg, another good one there. Iola at Burlington, a couple of teams that Baldwin's played already this year. And then in the district, Santa Fe Trail has a non-district game at Anderson County, and Osawatomie is at Wellsville tonight. Well, let's send it over to Jackson for our keys to the game.
Thank you. First things first, we got to get the run game going. The run game for Baldwin has been the catalyst for this offense, whether it's been Alford or Frost running the ball or the emergence of Landry Quick and Wrigley Hamrick in the backfield. You know Coach Melcher is going to want to set the tone early through the ground game. This Bishop Ward defense has struggled this year defending the run last week, giving up over 300 yards on the ground to the Wellsville Eagles. I'm sure that's been a big point of emphasis this week from the Baldwin staff to the players. Secondly, get that defense back in the groove. We touched on it a little bit during the pregame show, but with the strong start we had with 2 shutouts from the first 3 games, this Baldwin defense over the last 2 weeks has given up 44.5 points. Granted, yes, against very strong opponents, but you know this defense wants to get back on track. And this game is a great opportunity for that, assuming senior Brendan O'Connor is back to 100% this week. Remember last week he did miss some of that second half. I do expect him and the rest of that front 7 to be making a big difference in the backfield this week. Last but definitely not least, welcome back to Baldwin City. I'm sure the Bulldogs are excited to be back playing at Liston Stadium after a long 4-game road stretch. They're going to have an electric crowd behind them tonight, and I know they want to show out for the Doghouse. Baldwin will no doubt have an extra pep in their step tonight as they're looking to close out the season on a high note with these last 2 home games.
All right, so here we go, just about set for the opening kickoff. The pregame show was brought to us by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's Baldwin State Bank. You can go to them for personal finances, business, money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement. Go and see our friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. Glad you could join us here this evening. Ryan Hilmer alongside Jackson Blakely. We got Joey Bongard up top on the camera controls. Looks like Baldwin going to start the game with the football. All right. Got big number 60, Alfredo Delgado Medina, the 6'2", 295-pound senior doing the kicking, and he is just about set to get us underway on a beautiful night in Baldwin City. A little overcast, a little bit windy. So you can probably hear the wind whipping a little bit in our crowd mic. And we are underway here. Wrigley Hamrick going to take the return. And he makes a nice move, gets shoved out around the 32-yard line. That's where Baldwin's going to start their first drive.
talked about it in the pregame show. Expect to see run early into this game. Creighton Frost the last couple weeks has had a productive couple weeks. I believe it's only 1 or 2 touchdowns over the last 2 weeks, but the production on the yard standpoint has been there.
Quick has scored a touchdown in each of the last 2 games. Creighton Frost has been carrying the load recently too. 14 carries, 72 yards last week. We'll see where Baldwin goes to start this game out from their own 32-yard line. They'll run that split backfield look with twin receivers up top and a tight end attached. Fake the handoff. Alford going to roll out right side. He's got a man downfield. Wrigley Hamrick, he's open. He's got it at the 30-yard line. It's a foot race. 5, touchdown, Bulldogs. They light this place on fire on the first play.
What a play drawn up by Coach Jeff Meltzer. The misdirection, play action. You have the rollout going right. All the eyes on the defense are looking at Bryce Alford. Who do they miss? Wrigley Hamrick running up the middle of the field, uncovered. Beautiful ball from Bryce Alford to convert on the first play from scrimmage for the Bulldogs.
How about that for a start tonight? Bulldogs have a chance if they can win it here tonight, be in the driver's seat for a home playoff game in a couple of weeks, as Browers actually misses the extra point. That's his first miss of the year. He's been perfect up to that point, but a 6-0 start for Baldwin. Things looking good so far. Take a quick break and be back with more Bulldog football after this.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here to Baldwin. Touchdown on play number 1 for the Bulldogs. A 78-yard pass to Wrigley Hamrick from Bryce Alford. Browers misses the extra point, so 6-0 is where we stand. That's a way to start a football game.
That's not a bad way. Not a bad way.
It's a brilliant play design, as you mentioned, by Coach Melcher, Bakura, and all the guys down there. As Homer Rice gets us underway on the kickoff. It'll be taken by Micah Neely up near side here, and he gets out past the 35-40-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds by Max Harvey. Good to see Max Harvey back out there. He's missed the last 2 games. So it looks like Baldwin going to be fully healthy here this evening. Actually, I take that back as I see number 8 Carson Shannon on the sideline with no pads on. So no Carson Shannon here tonight, but we'll see a lot of Colton Collum, I'm sure, at the tight end position.
Defense is going to be expected to get off to a probably just as quick as a start. I know that's a hard play to follow, hard first possession to follow through the defense, but that's going to bring some energy onto that side of the ball.
Let's go, D!
The Cyclones going to start from their own 43-yard line. They're a spread team. They like to spread them out, run 4 wideouts. Their quarterback is a 5'11 junior, Quintavion Pike. He's a lefty. Takes the snap in the shotgun, rolling out to his left, pointing the man downfield, and he has got him, connects. I think that's Devontae Davis on the back end. And he is kind of their big play target, the 6-foot, 170-pound senior, probably their best playmaker on the outside, and they completed to him for a big gain into Bulldog territory.
Yeah, fine. Oh, I thought I had their notes from last season, huh? I'm pretty sure you had a pretty big game against us last year.
Had a couple of guys that did.
Yeah, Jalen Jefferson, that's really who I targeted on. He had 137 yards and 2 touchdowns against us last year. 2 big plays, if I remember correctly. Definitely 2 players you were going to want to keep an eye on for that Cyclone offense. Number 2, Devontae Davis, along with number 15, Jalen Jefferson.
Pike dropping back to pass, now gets flushed out to his left again, looking down to the end zone, and he's got his man for a touchdown down there. Is that Davis again?
15.
No, 15. I'm sorry, Jalen Jefferson. You were just mentioning him, the 5'11 senior. And how about that for a response from the Cyclones? They give up a touchdown on the first play, and it only takes them 2 plays to go down the field themselves. A 28-yard touchdown pass.
couple of long passes. You allow someone like Pike to get outside the pocket. You know he can make plays with his feet. Linebackers start crashing. DBs start getting their eyes towards the backfield, and it leaves space behind them, and that's what happened those last two plays.
Extra point is up and good, so Bishop Ward going to take a 1-point lead here, 7-6. Both teams explosive first drives, so we'll step aside, take a break. Got a fun one going so far. We'll be back with more Bulldog football.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Explosive start to this football game. We are 1 minute and 7 seconds in, and we got 2 touchdowns up on the board. Two touchdowns in 3 plays, 3 offensive snaps total. That's
it's gonna be a lot of points scored this game if they continue.
Hope you took the over. So here is Delgado Medina to kick it away. Once again, it'll be Wrigley Hamrick looking for some space and gets bottled up around the 20-yard line, maybe the 21. That's where Baldwin will start.
I wasn't able to field the ball cleanly like he was after that good return last time out. Kind of let it bobble at his feet, and he dropped it. He gave that kickoff coverage team that allowed them to get down the field, and Baldwin with not great field position. Was that the 20?
21.
I thought it was at the 15.
It's not awful. Down by a point. They'll start in the shotgun, 3 wideouts and a tight end. Remember, no Carson Shannon here this evening. They'll hand it off to their big back, Creighton Frost. He barrels ahead. People dragging by the ankles. He gets close to a first down. Are they going to give it to him? Now it's going to be second down and about a yard.
Mentioned before that big play last possession, you're going to see a lot of number 24 and 15 and 12 coming out of that backfield early. Of course, that was before Melcher didn't care what I had to say, and he threw one over the top. But
Alford's going to look to throw again. He's got his man Max Harvey back after missing a couple of weeks, and he breaks a tackle at the 45, gets pushed out around midfield. That's a good gain through the air. Alford to his trusty man, Max Harvey.
Physical run there by Harvey. He's only got 5 catches, but he got 76 yards and a touchdown. He had a really good game against Wellsville where that touchdown did come from, showing off the power on the run up the sideline, stiff arming a defender off and carrying one out of bounds.
Fresh set of downs for Baldwin just past midfield at Bishop Ward's 49-yard line. They'll spread them out, 4 wideouts. Frost to the right of Alford. They'll run Flory in a jet motion. They'll hand it to him going far side, tries to cut it up. It's out close to the 40 before he's drugged down. Nice game there. Another 9 yards on first down.
The old Jeff Melcher jet sweep. We see it in pretty much every first possession we've had so far this year. At the beginning of the year, it was a lot of Jackson Rood getting it. The last few weeks, we've seen Tucker Flory be on the receiving end of that jet sweep, and he's made pretty good on those opportunities.
It's a gusty wind. It's not necessarily steady. It's blowing from the far side towards us here on the near side. They'll hand it off to Frost, trying the left side this time. Still moving his feet. A flag comes in behind the play. That's something that has been a bugaboo for Baldwin the last few weeks. They had 9 penalties in that Silver Lake game, 6 of them, or maybe 7 last week. So need to try to clean that up. We'll see if this is a holding call.
Yeah, we had a lot in that Santa Fe Trail game. I have it somewhere in my notes. It's like 4 or 5 penalties of 5+ yard games were called back throughout that whole game just because of holding calls and stuff like that. And, that's something Melcher, I'm sure he prides himself on just being disciplined there on the line. And the past couple weeks, we just haven't seen that on that end of the ball.
So that'll eliminate that play, backs them up on second down, make it 2nd and 11. 3 wideouts, a tight end. Frost in the backfield with Alford, who takes the shotgun snap. Pump fakes right side, now rolling out, looking for a man over the middle. He got Massey, but he dropped it. And another flag comes flying in. Let's see what this call is. That ineligible downfield. So one of the linemen got a little too far away from the line. That'll back Baldwin up again. 2 penalties in a row. Just talked about needing to clean up the penalties from the last couple of weeks. So
you've seen how explosive this offense has been at times, and it's hard to get yourself in a rhythm and to set yourself up for those explosive plays when you're constantly pushing yourself back early in the chains.
A run trips to the near side. Frost to the right of Alford, who takes the shotgun snap, dropping back, looking to pass. Pretty good protection. Now rolls out to the right side. He's going to tuck it down, get some good yardage. Give him about 8 yards on that scramble. It'll be a 3rd down and manageable.
Something I've noticed early from the Cyclone defense is they seem to be an edge rusher. That time it was number 3 Quentin Pike, but they seem to be spying on Alford. We've talked about how good he is in space and how he's able to use his feet when sometimes it feels like he can create nothing and create something out of it. You know, last week that Miles Massey touchdown came from, he almost got sacked in the pocket before he rolled out. Seems like something the Cyclones are going to be keeping an eye on throughout the length of this game.
Pardon me there. I thought he got a little bit further past the original line of scrimmage, but that's where they marked him out of bounds. So a 3rd down and 10 here as he rolls out near side, looking for a corner route, overshoots his intended target in Jackson Rude. So 4th down coming up, and the punt team jogging on for Baldwin. Looked like a promising drive, stalls out due to a couple of penalties and an incompletion. Seen that a few times here in past couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's been the story of Baldwin's struggles the last couple of weeks, is just not getting in their own way. We've seen a lot of penalties. You know, had a problem early on in the season. It kind of felt like in the middle part, cleaned it up a little bit, but these last 2 weeks haven't been very precise.
Stop play here. Is it a equipment malfunction or something? Pointing to one of the guys to strap it up a little bit tighter. Max Harvey is back, so he is in punt formation. Tucker Flory had been doing the punting last few weeks, did a really great job. Harvey going to roll out right side. It's going to be a fake. Harvey tucks it in. I don't know if this is going to work. He's going to come up well short. Boy, Melcher rolling the dice a little bit, going for it. I know you're right around midfield, but
almost got it. Looks like they're going to mark him out about 3 yards short.
I think he was quite a bit short. So a gutsy move there by Coach Melcher. Doesn't work out in the Bulldogs' favor, so they turn it over on downs. And pretty good starting field position here for Bishop Ward at their own 46-yard line.
This game's got everything so far. You got long bombs, so far you got good runs by Creighton Frost, and you got a fake punt already.
So it only took Bishop Ward 2 plays to score a touchdown on their first drive. They'll throw it out near side, and he gets planted into the turf by Wrigley Hamrick. That was Devontae Davis that took a big shot that time.
That's one of your NFL Play 60 flag football players of the year right there. Number 12, Wrigley Hamrick. You guys were able to follow that story over the summer. He was able to play for that NFL program that go down to Orlando and play a bunch of flag football. He was nominated as one of the players of the year there, right there, showing why, making a good break on the ball and showing some emphasis on the tackle.
Yeah, I'd say that he read that little bubble screen pretty well. Pike takes the snap. The lefty looks deep down the middle of the field, and he had Jefferson again, but overshot him just a bit. Baldwin's got to shore up that defensive secondary. 3rd down and 10 coming up, or actually 3rd down and 14.
Looked like you had 2 guys bracketed over him. You had the corner that was lined up on the line ahead of him in man coverage, and you also have your safety help. Jefferson and Pike almost connect over the top. That's something that when they look back throughout this game, if they're able to make adjustments, that's going to have to be one of them.
So a 3rd down and long for the Cyclones. Pike takes the snap, rolls out to his strong left hand. Now cuts it back right side, looking to make a play. He's going to slide down around the original line of scrimmage. Jackson Rude was there to stop him.
Really good job there by the secondary, making sure nothing gets behind you, keeping everybody in front of you, keeping them covered, and then a really good job by the defensive line and the linebackers here to stay true to the ball, not get too over anxious, and get a stop just at the original line of scrimmage and set up a punt for the Cyclones.
Be Chris Navarrete, the senior, be in punt formation. It's kind of a pooch punt formation. He's not very deep, but he sends it to Jackson Rude, who takes it around his 15-yard line, trying to get a block before he gets bottled up just shy of the 25. So good job by Baldwin to force a 3 and out, get the football back. We'll see Alford and the offense back out there after they turned it over on downs their last possession.
Looked like he had a little space there on the nearest sideline. Thought he found a gap. But it looked like Max Crosby, who was blocking someone, or Max, not Crosby,
Man,
Max
that'd
Harvey.
be awesome if we had Max Crosby out there.
Kind of got in his way, tackled his own guy a little bit.
23-yard line is where the Dogs are going to start this possession. Got a wing on the far side, couple of twin receivers near side. Alford fakes the handoff, keeps it. He's out past the 30, gets a nice block downfield from Massey, and he's got a 1st down. Helmet popped off.
He's going to have to take a break for a play.
Nice play on that zone read, though, pulling it. Good read there, and got out close. They'll give him the 40-yard line.
I think Landry Quick is going to be the replacement quarterback for him for the
We've
play.
seen him take a few Wildcat snaps in there before.
He warms up the arm before the game.
Okay.
As well. I mean, someone else who I've seen as well is number 30, Sam Gunther. He takes the snaps before games as well.
Quick takes the snap. They're just going to run quarterback power right side. He's got a big hole out past the 50-yard line and into Cyclone territory. And another 1st down for Baldwin, 2 straight.
Who would have thought with a last name like that, you got to be pretty quick off the ball. He hits the gap between the guard and the tackle, and he moves that pile about 5 yards and runs over his safety before getting tackled, but not before another Bulldog 1st down.
Baldwin's been averaging 25 points per game. Bishop Ward giving up 40 points per game, so we should see some points here, and we have already. Baldwin, on the other hand, has been giving up 24 per game, playing a few close ones. Quick stays out there. He'll take another direct snap, lowers the shoulder, and pulls his way out past the 40-yard line.
It was a little fun formation. They had a pre-snap shift, and then you line up Brendan O'Connor at your H-back, so he's able to get a full head of steam to lead block for you. Works out pretty well, a good 7-yard gain. And they're keeping number 3 on the sideline. Looks like they're liking what they're seeing from Landry Quick in that offensive line.
Good couple plays in a row here. We'll run another kind of tight formation. A lot of guys up behind the line there, and they'll just rugby scrum, move the pile out past the 35, another 1st down. Baldwin marching right down the field on this possession. Just over midway through the 1st quarter.
How crazy this 1st quarter has been. Those 2 quick possessions and a fake punt. I'm expecting a pot pass. I'm just going to say it. I'm expecting a pot pass here soon.
Baldwin's been pretty good at that play. Fake the handoff, hit the tight end over the middle. Got big old Brendan O'Connor as a fullback right behind the line there. They'll just keep running quarterback power. Give them close to 5 yards on 1st down.
The old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The last 4 plays they've gone out, looks like they're going to put number 3 back in the game. Alford checks in for Quick, but a really good series of plays there for 15. He pretty much moved the Bulldog offense by himself up pretty much the length of the field.
And a big shout out to the line, left to right, Jake Stavanis, Ty Daly, Tucker Bradley, Brendan O'Connor, and Hunter Jatala. And also Jet Rude was out there, big number 56, the freshman. been contributing quite a bit so far this year. Creighton Frost gets ahead of steam, and he gets into the red zone for the Bulldogs. Picks up another fresh set of downs.
We got a couple guys here in the Bulldog backfield who can run that powerful running style. Quick does it early in the possession. You give him a break, and then you got big 24 Creighton Frost, who we've mentioned throughout the year. It's just so fun to watch him run through the line, run over a couple people.
Yeah.
As half the defense, it seems, has to get on his back just to even get him moving towards the ground.
Pretty rare to see a one-on-one tackle against big old Creighton. That column isolated down here on the near side. They'll move Williams to a wing on the right side. They'll give the handoff off to Frost, and he was hit initially but keeps the pile moving. It's hit initially by Raymond Gordon, 6'1", 215-pound senior, but give Frost a lot of credit moving the pile down to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, that should have been a negative 1 yard gain, and he's able to fight through to get +6 for that offense.
First trip to the red zone for the Bulldogs. Got a 2nd down and 4 from the 12-yard line. Once again, trips to the far side. Column isolated down here on Jefferson. We'll see if they try to throw it up to him. Column has 6 catches this year and 5 touchdowns.
Yep.
It's pretty good number.
Someone jumped
off sides. Yep. First penalty on Bishop Ward. That's going to give Baldwin a first down. First down and goal coming up.
Congratulations to the BHS girls cross country team. They had Frontier League champions yesterday with their individual champion Marilyn Kennedy. Women's cross country team finished 4th place. Leading runner was Landon Whaley.
Trips to the far side of the field. Frost, once again, the running back. They'll fake it to Creighton. Bryas keeps it, and he is going to get dragged down in the backfield. Maybe should have given it off that time. That was a nice play there by Razor Crockett.
Really good play. He even went one step with Creighton Frost, but was able to get those long arms around the waist of Alford and drag him down behind the line. That's going to be 2nd and goal from the Cyclones' 11-yard line. You know Coach Melcher loves to go for it in these situations. You got 2 downs to play with to get into the end zone.
Approaching the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. They'll move Williams in motion left to right. Column is the tight end. Couple of wideouts to the far side. They'll run option that way, and a dangerous pitch as Frost had to jump on it. The 10-yard line. Nice job by Creighton to get that ball back. That was dangerous from Alford.
Yeah, I haven't seen that miscue on those speed options all year. They've both been pretty solid with them. Creighton Frost is a little bit farther away than Alford expected, but does a really good job. Smart play, just falling on top of the ball, giving your offense another 2 opportunities to get into the end zone.
Alford looking to the sideline, getting the signal. 1:45 on the first quarter clock. 3rd down and goal from the 10-yard line. Massey, Rude, and Williams, the trips receivers to the near side. Column up top. They'll roll Alford out left side. Looking for Massey on a little out route. Nice play defensively. Jalen Jefferson knocks it away. It'll be 4th down and goal.
Miles looked a little upset with himself. That's a tough catch through the hands of Jalen Jefferson, too. It's a lot to keep your eyes on, but you know he's had a pretty good couple of games. These last couple of weeks, you know he wants to make that catch. He had a really good opportunity to get into the end zone after that, but ultimately not being able to convert.
They're sending Jake Browers out. They'll try to attempt a field goal.
This is going to be the first one of the year.
Yeah, this is going to be about a 30, maybe move up 28-yarder. Call it 27-yarder officially. You can hear that wind whipping in our crowd mic. Right to left, Browers didn't get all of that one, but it did go through somehow, some way. And Jake Browers converts his first field goal attempt of the year, and that makes the score 9-7. A 27-yarder from Browers puts the Bulldogs back on top. Step aside momentarily and be back with more Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Back here in Baldwin, a 9-7 lead for the Bulldogs now after a 27-yard field goal from Jake Browers. First field goal attempt of the year outside of an extra point. Somehow he puts it through. And Homer Rice out for the kickoff duties. Gets us underway. It's a short kickoff. It's going to be fielded eventually by one of the up men. And they'll drag him down around the 32-yard line. Is there a flag down over there? I can't quite tell. Yeah, there sure is. Let's see what they got here. Ooh, face mask against Baldwin. That's going to hurt a little bit. Third penalty on the Dogs.
Haven't seen a lot of penalties on the defensive end of the ball. There was one crucial one early in the game on a third down, I believe. But other than that, on the defensive side of the ball, they've done a pretty good job of staying out of penalty trouble. That's going to give the Cyclones some pretty favorable field position here for this possession.
They'll start at their own 37-yard line. Forced them into a 3-and-out. Did Baldwin last time out. They'll throw a quick screen out here near side. That's complete, but taken down in a hurry. Was Hunter Barnhart on the tackle. They were trying to swing one out wide here to Quentin Pike from Quintavion Pike.
Yeah. I don't even know if I want to say they're brothers.
Yeah, I don't know
what happened.
Don't assume
with the Baldwin soccer team.
But a Pike to Pike connection only goes for 1 yard. Set up a 2nd down and 9. Send trips to the far side. The lefty takes the shotgun snap, going to roll to his stronger left side, getting chased out there by Taylor Wilson. Has to throw it downfield. That was a dangerous one. Flory was back there, yeah.
Made a pretty good effort there. It was really good. Who has that? Number 20, Dylan Van Horn was out there, and he did a really good job in containing Pike inside of that pocket. He had Taylor Wilson held Pike up just enough for Taylor Wilson to pursue him and ultimately throw an errant pass from Pike.
We're going to see some more of Dylan Van Horn this evening, I would assume, with Carson Shannon being out. Van Horn, a 6'2", 190-pound sophomore.
Van Horns have had a pretty good history here. Right
Sure
now.
have. That looked like a false start to me up here, and it will be. It'll back the Cyclones up 5, make it 3rd down and 14. Second penalty on the Cyclones.
I don't think we've brought up enough how big and powerful this offensive line is for the Cyclones.
Got some big boys, don't they?
Yeah, we talked about number 60, Alfredo Delgado Medina. You also got 70, Rafael Pickens, 6'2", 320. He's lining up there in the right guard position.
They're going to look to pass it down the left side of the field over the middle, and boy, he had Davis over the middle, and he just dropped it.
Davis showing off his athleticism. He was beat by the cornerback by like 3 or 4 steps when that ball came out, and he was able to make up that ground and then some. Not able to track the ball into his hands. That's going to set up a 4th and 14, man.
Baldwin
the Cyclones
catches
had that,
a bit of a break that time. That looked like that was going to be 6. So they'll line up in offensive formation. They do this a lot. The quarterback, Pike, is just going to pooch punt this. Nobody back for Baldwin. And there is the punt. It's very high, not very far. Bounces and takes a favorable Cyclone hop. Going to come to rest right around the Baldwin 32-yard line. So a nice job once again. 2 straight 3-and-outs forced by the Bulldog defense after giving up that quick 2-play touchdown drive on their first possession.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of keeping the ball in front of them. Of course, catching a break on that last play, on that last offensive play, I should say, from Bishop Ward. But overall, they're doing their job outside of that first possession, 2 3-and-outs after, or 2 forced punts after. And another good opportunity for your offense to make this a 2-score game.
11-play drive last time out ended in a 27-yard field goal. Brewers put them up 9-7. We'll see what they do from their own 32. They'll hand it off to Frost, being patient. Now spinning, dragging tacklers. He still won't go down. They finally get him down after a gain of 5 or 6 yards. First quarter clock coming to an end as there are about 7 seconds and counting. We'll see if they wind this thing down. And it looks like they will. We'll flip ends and head to quarter number 2. This is Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here to Liston Stadium in Baldwin City, Kansas. A 9-7 lead for the Bulldogs as we start quarter number 2. An exciting first quarter. We'll see what the next one has in store as Baldwin have a 2nd down and 4 from the 38-yard line. Have a wing right side. They move Frost to the left of Alford. I'll hand it off to him. Not going to get a whole lot that time. A nice play by Chris Navarrete.
This is setting up situations that Baldwin, for the most part, have been able to convert at a pretty high clip, and it's that 3rd and short, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3 and in. And this is one that you kind of feel, even though it's early in the game, you have to convert to keep up that momentum.
Baldwin 0 for 2 so far on 3rd down conversions, trying to come up with one here. Need 3 to prolong this drive. Alford looks quickly left side. Did he catch that out there? No, he didn't. I think that was Harvey, was his intended target. It was. So we'll see what Melcher does here. This is a little further back even than he faked the punt on that second drive. See if it looks like he's keeping the offense out there. All right. Baldwin now 0 of 3 on 3rd down. They are 0 of 1 so far on 4th down. They'll try to convert here. 4th down and 3. This could be a big play. Bishop Ward gets a stop. They'll have some good field position. Alford looking quick right side. Throws it just a little low and kind of short hopped his intended target, Miles Massey. And that's unfortunate because the Bulldogs going to turn it over on downs for the 2nd time.
Honestly, I think that play call says more about Coach Melcher and his trust in this defense after, the moth is attacking us in here. But after the first quarter, you have that quick start from Bishop Ward, but the defense able to slow them down those 2 possessions after. Clearly, Melcher trusts his defense to be able to get a stop in short field. And now the opportunity for the Bulldogs to show that.
There's no greater ongoing battle between us and Bugs recently, Jackson. Like huge. Last week in Santa Fe Trail, every time I opened my mouth, I felt like they were flying on in. But good starting field position here for the Cyclones. They'll look to throw it. It's picked off. Wrigley Hamrick has it. He's going down the far sideline. Gets shoved out around the 40-yard line, and the Bulldogs respond big time with a pick and a turnover.
How about the beginning of this game for Wrigley Hamrick, having that 78-yard touchdown on the first play of the game, now making a big impact on the defensive end with the interception, a great return. And that Baldwin defense is fulfilling that trust that Coach Melcher showed.
That's exactly what you were saying. Yep. Have trust in your defense there, going for it on 4th down. That was a bad decision by Quintavion Pike. Kind of telegraphed that pass, and a great job by Wrigley Hamrick, who has come on so strong this year. Just a sophomore. He's got a lot ahead of him as they'll run speed option near side. And look at that little quick juke move from Creighton Frost. And he's still moving the feet. It's down past the 25-yard line. He's got enough for a Baldwin 1st down.
We haven't been able to see that game much from Creighton Frost. I've talked about it a lot. He's got quick feet. He's able to make those moves. Don't let that big frame fool you, and he shows it off there, juking the defender out 3 yards behind the backfield and then fighting for an extra 5 yards just to get the 1st down.
Here we go, 3 wide outs. Once again, they'll hand it off to Creighton Frost. Rolling up the middle. Gets into the red zone for the Bulldogs. This will be their 2nd trip there. Give them about 7, maybe 8 yards on 1st down.
And this offensive line, when they're running those inside zones and those power runs, they're getting whatever they want down there in the trenches. They're doing a really good job getting off the ball quickly and then powerfully being able to push that front 7 back.
See if they look for their big red zone target. Colton Collum, he is the tight end attached. They'll hand it off to Creighton Frost, directing traffic in front of him, still bowling down near the goal line, inside the 5-yard line before they finally get him down. 1st down and goal coming up for Baldwin.
Talk about how difficult it is for the defense to tackle him. Not only is he fighting off the defenders on his back, he's also pushing Max Frost up the field to block for him and almost pushes him over.
Get out of my way. I got an appointment in the end zone. 1st down and goal from the 3-yard line. They're going to shift the formation. Brendan O'Connor is kind of one of the fullbacks up there. Landry Quick takes the direct snap and barrels his way into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. Landry Quick now has a touchdown run in 3 straight games.
How about that?
The Bulldogs go up 15-7, extra point pending.
Just keeping it simple up around the goal line. Just give it to one of your powerful backs. Doesn't matter which one you. Oh, a fake.
They're going to run it on the swinging gate. They send it out to Ethan Williams, and he is in to convert the 2-point conversion. How about that? This has been a crazy game so far.
And you just don't know which way this game is gonna go early into the game. We've seen so much. That is a great play call from Coach Melcher to make up for that missed field goal earlier into the game.
We'll keep it right here, and that'll give me a chance to remind you about our presenting sponsor here on Baldwin Sports Live, and that is Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Shad and Penny Sheldon are your Baldwin City area brokers, and they would like you to check out the Clinton Lake Escape. It's a 14-acre property near Clinton Lake. It features a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with a rustic charm, a fireplace, and an unfinished walkout basement. Enjoy a mix of open space and wooded seclusion with abundant wildlife. It's close to Lawrence, Topeka, and Kansas City. Your serene country retreat awaits. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666. The Dogs go up 17-7 now. Looking good so far here in the first half. They have scored on 3 of 5 drives, and a flag comes flying in on the kickoff. Somebody leave early, did they? That'll drive Coach Melcher up a wall, I'm sure. Baldwin's just got to clean up these penalties one of these weeks.
It's been the killer the last few weeks. And even in that Ottawa game that early in the season, as much as that is a tough opponent, you had opportunities to stay in the game or fight your way back into it, but we had like 11 penalties that game. Granted, that was a penalty-heavy game. I mean, Ottawa had 12 of their own as well, but saw a lot better job keeping those penalties to a minimum against Burlington and Iola. Just kind of the rest of the way out haven't been too good.
9:32 left here in the second quarter. They'll back them up 5 yards and kick it off again. Looks like Davis and Pike are both back deep to receive. It'll go to one of the up men, though. That is Chris Navarrete. He lowers the shoulder. That's a big collision there. And Ethan Williams is there to bring him down.
He ate that tackle. Being able to get someone down after an impact like that's not easy. And a lot of people are going to say he got ran over. He did his job. That's a really good job by number 4.
Got him to the turf. That's all that matters. Another pretty good starting field position here. Going to be at the 38-yard line for Bishop Ward. It's close to their worst starting field position of the game. They've had a lot of great starting field position, but turned it over on their first play last time out. Threw an interception to Wrigley Hamrick. We'll see where they go here. Baldwin 2 of 2 on both of their red zone possessions so far, looking good. They have a 10-point lead here in the second quarter as they'll hand it off. And going right side, Quinton Pike makes a nice move out there. Landry Quick trying to get him down. Brendan O'Connor comes over to help him out, but a good run there on first down out to midfield for the Cyclones.
It's going to be very important for this defense to be able to meet the ball near the line, not let these quick backs and receivers kind of get into space and gain speed and leave us in the dust. Great powerful run there by Pike, being able to get a first down on the first play on this drive.
Once again, they'll fake the handoff this time, and Quintavion Pike keeps it. He is bowling over guys, still running down to Baldwin 35 and beyond it. And he was hit about 7-8 yards prior to that and just kept the feet moving. See that a lot from Creighton Frost. That's a nice job from Quintavion Pike that time.
We're going to see a lot of that this game. We got a lot of powerful runners that we saw on film from Bishop Ward. And of course, we already know what we can do on our side of the ball running the rock. But as this game goes on, it's going to be, what team is better conditioned for these big hits throughout the rest of the game.
First and 10 from Baldwin's 34-yard line. Pike keeps it this time, makes a nice move. Now looking for some running room out right side. He's got some green grass, shoves Jackson Rude. Nice stiff arm.
Yep.
Got some action going on after the play. Wrigley Hamrick getting tied up. One of the Cyclones. There is a flag down.
I think it's going to be a flag on the Cyclones. Kind of standing over them, stepping on them after what was a good block, but you just got to get upfield, especially in a game where you're already down. We've seen throughout the year how much these penalties could hurt. It might be offsetting as well because of the retaliation.
A lot of action after the play there, yeah. Officials are talking about it. Joey getting some nice shots up top so far.
He is doing about 5 times better job than I ever did. We are very glad to have you here, Joey.
100%. All right, personal foul on Baldwin. And face mask. Okay.
But nothing else.
That's going to hurt. That's going to put Bishop Ward inside the red zone for the first time. That is 5 penalties on Baldwin. Coaches want an explanation over here on the near side.
Huh.
That's going to take him all the way down inside the 10.
Well, the flag is still on the field.
Yes, White Hat's got to run over. Hurry up. 5 penalties on Baldwin. Pike takes the snap, looking over the middle, and just a little too tall for Davis over the middle. Would have had another touchdown pass there. Bring up second down and goal.
Missed opportunities through the air early for the Cyclones.
It's the first play on this drive that they haven't picked up a first down, had 3 straight. And obviously that penalty helped them out. 8 minutes left here in the first half. Trips receivers to the near side and a false start on the receiver up top
Richard Wells.
Yep. So that's Bishop Ward's third penalty. Reminder, at halftime, we'll have our Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. We'll have our Baldwin Sports update as well. A lot to get updated on as the fall sports season is kind of winding down, coming to the business end now. And got a couple of goodies to tell you about, including girls golf and cross-country teams. Been in action and been doing some great work. So stay tuned for that as Pike takes the snap, looking for the corner, left side. Great play out there, Max Harvey to knock it down. They were looking for Devontae Davis.
Devontae Davis laying it really awkwardly. He's going to be slow to get up.
Oof, yeah, he is still down in the back of the end zone there.
Yeah, Harvey and who was that? Harvey and Casey
Hamrick was out there as well.
They're like, waving over the training guys. It might just be a thing where you land on your leg awkwardly or you get the wind knocked out of you. He's up quick.
Making his way off the field will give me a chance to remind you that Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. They're a family-owned company right here in Baldwin City. They service many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. With state-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment that offers excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career. You can find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com. So you can just hear that gusty wind blowing into our crowd mic. It's not a constant wind by any means,
it comes and goes.
Once it picks up, man, that flag is getting worked over there on the far side.
Yeah, you see all these banners around the track on the field.
So here we go, a third down and goal from the 15. Pike looking over the middle, and that's a good connection into the end zone for a Cyclone touchdown. Micah Neely, the junior, on the receiving end of that. That's a 15-yard touchdown pass from Pike to Neely.
That's a tough catch. It was a double slant concept over the middle, and the whoever wasn't able to catch the receiver closer to the line, but he also got his hands up, almost got in the way of Micah Neely. There's some confusion. The Cyclones didn't send their holder out by the looks of it.
Delgado Medina's out there, the kicker, and he's like, man, what do you want me to do here?
10 on the play clock.
I'll see if they get it off now. 5 seconds on the play clock. They get it off with 1 second. It's a bad hold or a bad snap. It was a low snap, and they bury the holder. So extra point's going to be no good, and that'll keep it at a 4-point lead, 17-13. Baldwin lead it. We'll step aside and be back with more Bulldog football after this.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Back here in Baldwin, a 17-13 lead. A bad snap on the extra point prevented Delgado Medina from getting it off. There's a lot of confusion on that extra point try. They were late running out the holder. Kind of threw off the whole operation maybe. 7:54 left here in the first half. Glad you're with us. And what's turned into a really nice evening here. We're hoping the rain stays away. It's overcast and gusty winds. A good night for some Friday night high school football. Here's Wrigley Hamrick at the 30-yard line, gets a nice block, and now a flag comes flying in on that block.
That's going to be on number 11, the senior,
Ian Bryan.
Yep. Block in the back along the sideline. The Baldwin coaches aren't happy about it.
Was a pretty good return. It'll back them up a little bit further. See where they spot it. It's actually, they call it hold there. Either way. Sixth penalty on Baldwin in the first half. I will say the last couple of weeks, most of the penalties have come in the first half. They've kind of cleaned them up coming out of the halftime locker room, but you'd like to not have to do that every week.
Not like to have a conversation every halftime.
So they'll back them all the way up to the 22-yard line.
Especially in a game like this where, unlike the last 2 weeks, you have the lead. At this point in the game, you can't be having those mistakes just hurt a little bit more.
Jet motion with Harvey. They fake it to him. Collum is running down the field. He had him open, but Bryce just couldn't get it off to him, and he ends up slipping, trying to scramble out. He got a couple of yards out to the 25-yard line, but Colton Collum had a step on his defender on the near side.
Yeah, there's that play action seam pass that Colton Collum probably has 4 or 5 of his 6 touchdowns on this year. Had a good opportunity. It would have been a tough throw. I understand early in the possession, maybe you don't want to take risks. It was a really good job of at least fighting for 3 yards just ahead of the line of scrimmage.
3 wideouts this time. They'll hand it off to Creighton Frost, going off left guard and dragging defenders. A big run that time. Give him 12 yards for Frost on the ground and a fresh set of downs for Baldwin with 7 minutes left here in the first half.
Really good block there by the whole offensive line, but I want to point out Jet Rude finishing the play. They're getting his assignment out of the play while Creighton Frost is fighting upfield.
Jet Rude's been one of those freshmen that has really contributed. Knox Holloman, another one that comes to mind. He's played a lot of special teams. Same formation here. Frost kind of in a pistol look behind Alford. They'll fake it to him, throw it to Massey. That's complete at the 45, and he gets some extra yardage into Cyclone territory. Another first down for Baldwin on the connection from Alford to Massey.
That's only his first or maybe his second completed pass since the early bomb. That's got to be good for Alford to see that. Just, it's kind of like just making a layup in a basketball game. You just got to see one go in, and there's your one. Now, hopefully it gives them a little bit more confidence to start slinging it around the field.
Once again, they'll hand it off to Frost going left side, steps through a tackle, still going at the 35-yard line, still going up at the 30, close to the 25, bowling over defenders. A big run there from Creighton.
That's going to go down as like a 25-yard game, but 20 yards after contact is what that is. That is a beautiful play from Creighton Frost. Really good blocking up front, but to be able to finish a play like that, that takes someone special. Creighton Frost has been special to watch all year.
3 straight first downs for Baldwin on their last 3 plays, and they inch it closer to the red zone. They're 2 of 2 so far. They got a 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Spread them out, 4 wide outs. They'll hand it off to Frost. He got tripped up that time. Reaching out, I think, was Calvin Williams-Coates, number 7, the sophomore. Kind of looked like Frost ripped that ball away from Alford that time. Thought Bryce wanted to keep it, but he's like, yeah, you're not keeping it. Give me the ball. Good gain again on first down. Give him 6 yards as we tick down to 5 minutes left in the first half. Baldwin in the red zone for the 3rd time. Once again, they'll feed him. Frost up the middle. This time the Cyclones going to stack him up. Not much of a gain that time. Maybe still 3 yards out close to the first down marker. This official on the near side line judge is signaling first down. We'll see if they give it to him.
I'll take a first down.
They won't. It'll be just short. 3rd down and maybe 1. Looks like 3rd down and inches.
Football.
Yep. This will be the 7th play of this drive. Couple of wideouts up top. They'll once again hand it off to Frost up the middle. He's going to have the first down this time before he gets stacked up. Baldwin marching right down the field on this drive. 7 plays so far and 4 first downs. That is actually their first 3rd down conversion, if you believe it or not. They've been moving the ball pretty well, but we're 0 for 3 on 3rd downs up to that point. Now, oh no, Jake Stavanis is kind of hobbling off the field.
they have out there?
Take a visit from his father, Gary Stavanis, the athletic trainer. Run some misdirection that time. Got a what a catch, Max Harvey. My goodness, that's quite the catch for maybe a 1-yard gain. And he comes up a little hobbled now. Max is going to have to jog off the field. Man,
took a hard hit around the knees. That's probably something he's got to kind of move around for that just to stop the pain. But that was a heck of a play, one-handed snag over his head.
And pardon me, that was actually a gain of close to 5 yards. Maybe they'll give him 4, 2nd down and 6. From the 8-yard line, they can still get a first down. They get down to the 2 or the 1. Miles Massey, Jackson Rude, the wideouts to the near side. They'll just give it to Creighton Frost. It's been working. Barrels ahead down to the 5-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd down and short once again. Moving the football and controlling the clock this possession.
Yeah, we were talking about it during the break. It's been a quick game already. 7 or 8 possessions between the two teams. Each, when usually we see 7 or 8 possessions in total.
3rd down and 3 from the 5-yard line. They'll keep handed. No, they won't. They'll fake it this time. Alford swinging it out left side into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. What a read that time by Alford. They've been feeding their big man Frost. This time he keeps it around the far end.
Yeah, really good play. 2 possessions ago, you had an opportunity very similar to that around the goal line when you run a read option and you keep it. The defense does a really good job of stifling you. That ended up in a field goal. This time, same play. The defense fully commits to Creighton Frost, and you're able to beat the rest of them around the edge.
Brewers on for the extra point, and it is good. That'll make it 24-13 now. A 10-play touchdown drive finished off by a 5-yard run from Bryce Alford. Extra points good. And we'll be back in 30 seconds on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial.
My mistake there, a little late getting back from commercial. Had the kickoff, and it was a kind of a pooch kick out close to the 30-yard line, and it was taken in by Quinton Pike, the sophomore. So that's where they'll start out from the 31-yard line.
They've done that in pretty much every
Yeah, it's been a lot of kind of.
Homer Rice has had a pretty good leg throughout the year on these kickoffs.
That screams to me they're doing it on purpose, trying to keep it away from the deep man. Yeah. And Baldwin's going to take a timeout. So we'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back. More Bulldog football on the other side.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
(24-13), the Bulldogs lead it here. 2:46 left in the first half. Baldwin took their first timeout of the first half right after that short kickoff from the 31-yard line is where Bishop Ward's going to start. Quintavion hands it off to Quinton Pike, running right side. It's a decent gain, about 4 yards.
Good one-on-one tackle there in space. We haven't seen that much so far from either teams with these powerful backs. The first example of seeing it, hopefully that will carry a message throughout the rest of the game for the Bulldogs defense.
Bishop Ward going to get back to the line here. 4 wideouts in a spread formation. Pike takes the snap, avoids a sack, now steps up in the pocket, scrambles out right side, and he will run out just shy of the first down marker. So it will be a 3rd down, a couple of yards.
It was Jet Rude again in the backfield. That's the 2nd or 3rd time he's been able to get there, and Pike has done a really good job of being able to avoid the big freshman. But keep an eye on the interior defensive line throughout the game. We've done a really good job of fighting through the offensive line and getting in the backfield.
3rd down and 3 here. We'll see if Baldwin can force him to a 3 and out. Take the snap, hand it off, coming here near side. Good blocking for Casey Hamrick and company. Try to bring him down, still up. Nice run that time for a 1st down out to the 47, maybe 48-yard line.
A really good run there. You can tell you wanted to cut it up early off tackle, but Baldwin did a really good job of forcing him to the outside. But Pike able to find the gap and fight for around 8 yards for what was ultimately a Cyclones 1st down, giving them a new set of chains.
Run trips to the far side. The ball is spotted on the near hash. Pike rolling to his left, finds his target downfield. That is number 4, Bryce Tyler, and he takes a big shot out of bounds. Is that Brendan O'Connor?
You know it is.
Yep. It's good to see him out there. He kind of came up a little gimpy late in that Santa Fe Trail game. He did enter the game back in late, but good to see the defensive captain out there. He's the leading tackler on the team.
Clearly he's healthy. I think he's 100% after that one.
Couple 1st downs in a row for Bishop Ward, though, as they got into Bulldog territory here. They'll hand it to Quinton Pike, going right side. A lot of running room out there, and he's going to get another 1st down, so make it 3 straight plays going for a 1st down.
Both these teams are going to want to keep the ball on the ground and establish their offense through that way, just in 2 very different ways. Baldwin, more traditional between the tackle running team. So far, we saw it last week as well from Santa Fe Trail, the outside zones. They're doing a really good job of getting chunk yardage for this offense.
It's one area we've seen the Baldwin defense the teams have liked to attack is kind of those flats as you're talking about out on the edge. See where they go here. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. They'll hand it once again to Quinton Pike, coming near side, chased down once again by Brendan O'Connor and driven to the turf.
Taylor Wilson had an opportunity to get him behind the line there, but Pike just outstepping him just enough and fighting through the arms before getting tackled hard by Brendan O'Connor, and I believe Bishop Ward a couple timeouts.
Yeah, I think they took their 1st timeout, so we'll quickly step aside, be back in 30 seconds as well.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here, each team has now used 1 timeout. They got a 2nd down and 6 right from the 20-yard line. Bishop Ward scored on their first red zone possession. Here's Pike looking left side again. Wrigley Hamrick reached out a hand. I don't know if he got a hand on that or not, but it ended up being an incompletion. They were looking for number 4, Bryce Tyler, the sophomore.
Yeah, I Quintavion Pike just short-armed that a little bit. You mentioned Wrigley might have gotten a finger on it, but it was a really low pass for what was a pretty open receiver. Not able to get his hands under it.
So here we go, a 3rd down and 6 from the 20. Pike takes the shotgun snap, feels some pressure, now tries to step out of it. He's going to get swarmed, and that was Dylan Van Horn that got him first. He had some help coming as well. A flag came flying in. We'll have to check that.
And Pike had an awkward landing there on the tackle. Comes up limping, but I think he's going to try to stay in the game. That was a really good play. There were a few Bulldogs there. First was Dylan Van Horn around the ankles.
To add insult to injury, there's also a holding call there, but they're going to decline that.
It's going to force a 4th and 6th in a situation. Yeah, they're going to call timeout and make sure they got this thing right before they convert.
That's actually going to be about a 4th and 11 after that loss there, but you're right, 2nd timeout taken by Bishop Ward, so I guess we'll do it with him again, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
When it comes to building your dream home, quality matters. For residential or commercial, Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry brings precision, passion, and Baldwin City pride to every project. They specialize in complete home build and custom cabinetry to help your dream space become a reality. For a free quote, call 785-248-0698 and follow them on Facebook to check out their latest projects. Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry. Built local, built right, built for Baldwin City.
64 seconds left here in the first half. 11-point lead for Baldwin, 24-13. Got a 4th down and 11 here for Bishop Ward. See if Baldwin can come up with a stop. He's looking left side for Jefferson, and it's off his hands. Flory was there in coverage, but a pretty good pass that time from Pike. Put it right on his man.
Yeah, pretty good pass, really good coverage by Tucker. Wasn't able to get his hands up, but did just enough to disrupt. I wasn't able to see who was that. Number 50. Oh,
it was Jefferson.
Jefferson, yeah, able to disrupt Jefferson, who he wasn't able to get his hands to the ball either, and that's a big turnover on downs for Baldwin. You still got a minute. You've been able to drive pretty well.
Yeah, you got 2 timeouts.
Got 2 timeouts.
See what they do here.
Yeah.
Start from the 25-yard line. So a long ways to go, but we've seen him move the football quickly. Alford dropping back, looking deep downfield. He'll throw it deep over the middle. He's got Jackson Rude, and it's off his hands, incomplete. Jackson is going to want that one back.
Yeah, just unable to make that adjustment, having to kind of twist on his foot there and make a jumping catch. Not able to do it. He saw that awesome diving catch against Wellsville a few weeks ago. Not just the touchdown that he scored, but also late in that game over the middle.
Yep.
Almost reminiscent of that, just unable to bring it in.
And then last week against Santa Fe Trail, I guess that was Massey, but that was an incredible play as well. We've just seen these wideouts for Baldwin making some great plays. Max Harvey has made a few as well in column in the red zone. That's kind of their red zone target. So we'll see where Baldwin goes here. They'll spread it out once again, 4 wide. Alford looking left side, nobody open. Now he has to scramble out right side, and he gets tripped up. And it was Brandon Ravelow. Kind of tripped him up there. That's going to go down as a sack, losing a couple yards. Clock's still rolling.
Yeah, I think after that, they're hurrying to the line. Maybe they're trying to get one more opportunity. You got some space in behind the secondary here. Maybe you want to shoot for that.
I can see some of the coaches on the near side were kind of giving the slow down signal. We'll see. They'll hand it off to Creighton Frost. He'll barrel his way up the middle and see if Bishop Ward takes a timeout here. They do. They have 1 left, so they'll force Baldwin to probably punt this thing away. 13 seconds left on the clock.
It's honestly a really smart timeout. You know, the Cyclone team have playmakers, and even though you're getting the ball back with 13 seconds, they're able to make anything happen with a any amount of time.
Yeah, we saw the first drive from each squad was a quick strike. Baldwin scored on their first offensive play on a 78-yard touchdown pass to Wrigley Hamrick. And then on the flip side, it only took Bishop Ward two plays to score their touchdown. That was a 28-yard pass from Pike to Jefferson. We'll see what happens here. 13 seconds. Looks like at least Baldwin is just kind of wanting to get into the locker room. Bishop Ward takes their final timeout. Try to get a punt return.
He's drawing up another fake.
We'll look for some halftime scores around the area. Dodgers are up 3-0 in the NLCS. It's making Jackson happy here.
Not making
our man up top from Wisconsin not very happy. Mariners up 6-2 on the Blue Jays. And actually, I think that's just gone final. So the Mariners beat the Blue Jays. They'll go up 3-2 in their series, if anybody cares. Low snap, that's dangerous. Now Alford gonna look to throw it. He's actually got a man downfield, and Jackson Rude, he catches it. It's a foot race of 15, 10-5, touchdown, Baldwin! Are you kidding me?
Wow! Coach Melcher drawing up all the tricks and bringing them out here at Liston Stadium against the Bishop Ward Cyclones. 4th and 12, 18 seconds left. You're on your own 23. Most teams there, they line up with their shotgun there. They're just going to line up in shotgun for a pooch punt. Not Coach Melcher. Bryce Alford takes the snap, bumbles the snap. In the awareness to keep your eyes up the field, know that your receivers are going to be beaming down the sideline, and you have them. What a play.
I actually think that him fumbling the snap a little bit made the defensive backfield kind of bite up a little bit. It was almost like a play-action fake. And then Rude was running all by his lonesome on the near sideline, and give him some credit. The closing speed takes it all the way to the end zone. The extra point from Browers is good. Let's take a look at that replay, Jackson. You can see the defense kind of bites up on that, and a perfect pass to Jackson Rude down the sideline, and he's able to finish that thing off and take it all the way to the house. My goodness, 31-13. That's a way to end the first half.
Yeah, it's a way to start the first half, and that's a heck of a way to end the first
talk
half
about
as
bookends.
well. 280-plus, or I guess the first one was an 80.
78-yarder. That was a 77-yarder.
Yeah, I mean, 2 75-yard-plus plays. That is huge for your team going into halftime. And now you just got to make sure to shore up the special teams and not give up anything big here to end the half for the Cyclones.
Make it a 4-play touchdown drive. It was 75 yards, in fact 77 after that little loss on the touchdown to Rude. That's Rude's 4th touchdown reception of the year. He's been having some nice games on the receiving end. They'll kind of just onside kick this thing. It's bouncing around. It'll get taken by Quinton Pike, right side. Tries to stiff arm, and that'll do it for the first half. A great first half for Baldwin. They lead it 31-13. We'll step aside and come back with our Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, and the home crowd showing their appreciation for the Dogs as they head into the locker room.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning have been keeping Baldwin City comfortable since 2011. Whether you need quick repairs, seasonal maintenance, or a brand new system, Clint and his team have you covered. Schedule an appointment today by calling 785-393-9329 and sign up for the preferred maintenance plan for special discounts. One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, the choice for the comfort of your family.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here to Baldwin City, 31-13. The Bulldogs lead it. This is the halftime show, and it's brought to us by Kelly Neufeld and all the great folks at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call, 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they would love to support you and your financial future as well. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's your future. Let's protect it. Time now for our drive summary in the first half, and what a exciting first half it has been. It started off with Baldwin getting the opening kickoff, and it took them one measly play to go 78 yards. It was a long touchdown pass to Wrigley Hamrick. Extra point was no good, however, but Baldwin went up 6-0, and then Bishop Ward came back with a two-play touchdown drive of their own. A couple of quick strikes there early in that first half, and it was a 28-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Jefferson. They kicked the extra point, so 7-6 lead there briefly for Bishop Ward. Then a turnover on downs from Baldwin. Then they force 3 and out. Baldwin then kicks a 27-yard field goal by Jake Browers. That's his first field goal of the year, and that put him up 9-7. Then Wrigley Hamrick, after Baldwin forced another 3 and out, Hamrick comes up with an interception. Baldwin turned it over on downs again, and then their last 3 drives of the first half ended with a touchdown. They had a 4-play touchdown drive that was finished off by a 3-yard run from Landry Quick. They went for 2 on the swinging gate that time to Ethan Williams, and they punched it in. And then a 10-play touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 5-yard run from Alford. Extra point was good, and they finished the first half off with that 4-play touchdown drive, and an incredible play there, and the 77-yard pass from Bryce Alford to Jackson Rood down the near sideline, and give Rood some credit, finished it off. But the lone touchdown for Bishop Ward, I shouldn't say the lone touchdown, the second touchdown they scored was a 6-play touchdown drive, and it was a 15-yard pass over the middle from Pike to Micah Neely, and that was a low snap on the extra point, so that's why they are sitting at 13. Baldwin missed an extra point, got a 2-point conversion. That canceled each other out, and also kicked a field goal, and so that's where we sit right now, 31-13 at the half. take another break here. We'll come back with our Baldwin Sports Update. A lot to update you on going on across all the fall athletics, so stay tuned for that. This is the halftime show brought to us by Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to building your dream home, quality matters. For residential or commercial, Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry brings precision, passion, and Baldwin City pride to every project. They specialize in complete home builds and custom cabinetry to help your dream space become a reality. For a free quote, call 785-248-0698 and follow them on Facebook to check out their latest projects. Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry. Built local, built right, built for Baldwin City. For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning have been keeping Baldwin City comfortable since 2011. Whether you need quick repairs, seasonal maintenance, or a brand new system, Clint and his team have you covered. Schedule an appointment today by calling 785-393-9329 and sign up for the preferred maintenance plan for special discounts. One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, the choice for the comfort of your family.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back here at the half. Baldwin leads it 31-13. Time now for our Baldwin Sports Update. Let me get that pulled up for you. We'll start with girls golf, and they finished second at regionals as a team this year. They qualified for state again, so they'll be headed to the state tournament as a team. Peyton Wright won regionals outright, finished in first place. Carson Chambers was 7th. Jada Sansone was 10th. Addie Scraper 20th, and Charity Thompson was 25th. And that is girls golf. Girls flag football, the postseason tournament is going to take place tomorrow, October 18th. That's going to take place at Olathe East High School, so if you can make it out to that, you can watch some girls flag football action. Baldwin's been pretty good this year. Then girls tennis, I think their season is done. They just had regionals. I don't think anybody qualified for state from Baldwin, so the girls tennis season has wrapped up. And then cross country, the boys team, they were at Sabetha last week, and the boys team finished first at that meet. Landon Whaley finished 8th overall. Ty Flory was 10th, and Spencer Carr was 12th. There's a new car for you. The girls team finished 3rd at that Sabetha meet, and then they just had regionals here recently. The boys finished fourth at regionals, and the girls won regionals. They finished first. Landon Whaley for the boys was 6th. Ty Flory was 17th, and Spencer Carr finished 18th. Those were the top 20 finishers. And for the girls cross-country team, Ireland Kennedy, still the top-ranked girl in Class 4A girls cross-country. She's had a great year. Shea Griffith finished 4th. Cammie Moore 8th. Cheyenne Brunker was 14th, and Rachel Watkins was 15th. And the volleyball team was in action this past Saturday, or last Saturday. They went 2-3 at the El Dorado tournament. And they also lost a duel at Spring Hill on Monday and then lost on Tuesday versus the Ottawa Cyclones. And boys soccer, they have been rolling so far this year. They are currently 12-2, ranked number 1 in Class 4A on the east side. They are league champs now officially for the 3rd straight year. They won on Monday 1-0 at Mar Hill Mount Academy in Atchison. Guess who scored that one goal? It was Cooper Carr. And then they played again on Tuesday, and they won that game 5-3 after they had a 5-0 lead. They ended up allowing 3 late goals there, but another Cooper Carr hat trick. He had 3 more on Tuesday. I don't even know what he's up to. He already has the career record in goals at Baldwin. He's kind of setting an unbreakable record. Ethan Smozzle and Camden Cox had the other 2 goals in that 5-3 victory on Tuesday. The boys will play Spring Hill on Tuesday at home. That'll be their senior night for boys soccer. And then the football team in action here, 31-13. They are up on Bishop Ward, and they will play on senior night next Friday night versus the Osawatomie Trojans. That was our Baldwin Sports Update. Take another break on the halftime show, and we should be back with some second half action. Bulldogs up 31-13, looking to keep it going.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Welcome back here to Liston Stadium in Baldwin City, a 31-13 lead for Baldwin as we get set for the second half. Halftime show was brought to us by Kelly Neufeld and all the folks at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. If you're looking for a local agent, Kelly Neufeld's your guy, 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Bulldogs, and they'd love to support you and your financial future as well. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's your future. Let's protect it. Baldwin going to kick things off to start the second half, and this will be Quentin Pike. Nice stiff arm coming near side. He's got some running room, getting out close and past midfield, actually. Pretty good starting field position in plus territory for the Cyclones. Bishop Ward picked up 7 first downs in the first half. Were 2 of 5 on third down, 0 of 1 on fourth. They were 1 of 2 on their red zone trips. Baldwin, on the other hand, picked up 12 first downs. They were 2 of 6 on third down, 1 of 3 on fourth down. That one conversion was right before the half. That 77-yard pass to Jackson Root.
Pretty good.
I was talking off camera there at halftime to you, Jackson. I didn't know Root had that kind of speed in him, and you were letting me know he's a basketball player for you. And he's really, an athletic dude.
He is a really athletic kid. I mean, he can almost dunk at 5'11" or 6 foot or whatever it is.
Bishop Ward going to start from the plus 48, and Pike is going to get driven down. A couple of Bulldogs in the backfield. Ty Daly.
Max Harvey.
Max Harvey.
There, yeah. He's having a really good game. We've said his name a lot this week. This Baldwin team has definitely missed his presence and his leadership the last couple weeks that he's been out with injury. It's good to have him back this week, and he's making the most of his opportunities so far.
Just underway here in the second half. Glad you're with us on Baldwin Sports Live. Ryan Hilmer alongside Jackson Blakely. Got Joey Bongard up top. Keeping one eye on the camera controls and one eye on the Brewers-Dodgers game. Quintavious Pike throwing right side, the near sideline. That's a good catch down here by number 12, Richard Wells, 5'11" junior. Going to be a third down and a couple, though. Home crowd getting into it, trying to egg on the Dogs. Get a third down stop here, third down and 3. Take the snap, they'll hand it to Quentin Pike. Shooting through was Creighton Frost. He gets help from Brendan O'Connor. They'll bring him down behind the line. Also a flag in there.
Brendan O'Connor was back there. Max Harvey again was in the backfield. Creighton Frost was the first to get there. It's going to be a holding on the offensive line.
See if they back him up or if they choose to decline it, because it would bring up a fourth down, and they will decline it. 4th down and 6 coming up.
Your defense has done a really good job. You put your trust in them earlier, going on it in your own, going for it on your own territory. They repaid you with the interception immediately. Here's another chance of the defense to pay you back.
They're going for it on 4th down and 6. Pike looking right side, and it's behind his intended target, Wells. Incomplete, and a turnover on downs for the Dogs here to start the second half.
Really good job by the secondary, leaving a tight window for Pike to squeeze that ball through. He was just not able to get it there to his receiver, Richard Wells. That's been his miss. He's had a couple over the top go too long, but for the most part in these short passes, he just seems to short arm it into the ground.
Nice stop there for Baldwin defensively. They'll take over at their own 45-yard line for their first possession of the second half. Only took them one play on their first drive in the first half to score a touchdown. Here they'll hand it off to Creighton Frost, and he'll get bottled up. Not much of a gain. In fact, they'll just say he got back to the line of scrimmage. It was a nice job in there by Raymond Gordon, one of the seniors on this team for Bishop Warren. They have 11 seniors out of, I think, 33 guys on their official roster.
That's almost as much as Baldwin's 14 seniors, with just about double the amount of kids.
4 wideouts here. Collum on his own island down here. Trips to the far side. Handed off once again to Frost, and Bishop Ward doing a much better job this time defending that inside zone. Quentin Pike was there, and once again that was Gordon, Raymond Gordon. 3rd down and long coming up for Baldwin. They didn't find themselves in a 3rd and long situation very often in the first half. We're just 2 of 6 on 3rd down conversions, but see where they go here. Alford takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, was looking for a quick route on the near side to Collum. Little miscommunication.
I think, like you said, miscommunication. I think Bryce Alford was going to hit Colton Collum on an 8-yard out route. Collum just not able to make his break in time, get his head around to the ball, and that's going to send out Max Harvey and the rest of his punting team.
Ian Bryan running on late to the punt unit. A couple of Cyclones back deep to receive this. Harvey will take a few steps to his right and absolutely bombs this punt. Wow. It's going to drop down at the 10-yard line and bounce out around the 12. That was a huge punt from Harvey.
That was
a
huge punt, not only showing off the power, showing off the finesse, a side spinner that just takes a hard left as soon as it lands. That's going to pin the Cyclones deep down in their own territory. They're going to start
on the 13-yard line.
On the 13-yard line. All honorable, all league honorable mention last year. The punter Max Harvey putting in a good case to beat Bert's team.
So both squads a little bit sluggish coming out of the gate here in the second half. A turnover on downs for Bishop Ward, and then a 3 and out for Baldwin. Cyclones will take over. inside their own 15-yard line. Just a few minutes into the third quarter here as Quintavion Pike looks left side, and dangerous throw is caught out there by Devontae Davis.
Really good play on the ball. That was number 6, Casey Hamrick, on the coverage in the tackle, keeping your guy in front of you, and then as soon as that ball hits his hands, you try to swipe at it, and not able to do that, but able to hang on to the back of Davis and get him down for a short gain. And it's 2nd and 6 for Bishop Ward.
Once again, they'll spread things out, 4 wideouts. Both of the Pikes in the backfield. Quintavion takes the snap, a pump fake. They're trying to double move over the middle, and they got a man deep downfield. It's caught around midfield, breaking a tackle there, and actually his own man tripped him up. That's Micah Neely. I think that was Richard Wells that was down there trying to block for him, tripped him up.
Really good play set up.
Oh, there's a flag down all the way back to the 20-yard line, and this official is saying ineligible man downfield. Wow, that's going to back up Bishop Ward. That is a huge play taken off the board.
Yeah, that is a killer. They've gone over the top a couple times throughout this game, unable to convert. Finally, you're able to hit him on the double move, the pump fake as well to set him up. Really good play call by Coach Brandon Duff over there on the Cyclone sideline. And they got it all the way down to around the Bulldog 30-yard line, and we're about to get set up for a scoring possession, but that's not the case after that illegal man downfield penalty, and that's going to back the Cyclones up to their own 10-yard line.
So erase the big play there. 2nd down and long. Baldwin got to shore up that secondary a little bit. They'll try to pressure Pike. He's looking downfield. One more pump fake. Now rolling out to his left. Throws it up and out of bounds. Incomplete on 2nd down. Will bring up a 3rd and long.
And guess who had a quarterback pressure again? Number 5, Max Harvey. So far to start the second half has been everywhere on the defensive side of the ball. A couple of tackles for loss, a couple of quarterback pressures that time. Able to force an errant throw from Quintavion Pike. And it's going to be a 3rd and 12 for the Cyclones.
From their own 11-yard line. See if Baldwin brings some pressure here on a 3rd and long, probably going to the air. They will bring some pressure up the middle. It's kind of picked up nicely by Bishop Ward. He throws over the middle, and it is broken up. And another big play there, Max Harvey. Actually, is that Casey Hamrick? My mistake.
The
6, not
Hamrick
5.
brothers have been getting all over it today. Max Harvey's been getting all over it. This team is finally starting to get their swagger back. Now you just need a productive offensive drive here in the second half. That first one kind of stalled out early, not able to set anything up on the ground. You have another great opportunity for what we assume is going to be pretty good field position.
Looks like Bishop Ward going to punt this thing away, and they do. That's Chris Navarrete. Little bounce and roll out at the plus 45-yard line for Baldwin. A turnover on downs forced, and then a punt or 3 and out forced with some help from a penalty.
You can thank Max Harvey for this good field position, not just from the couple of great plays they made on defense, but because his punt sent the Cyclones to their own 13, and they weren't able to produce anything from it. And now a not too good punt sets you up pretty well at the Cyclones 45.
Second time this game that Baldwin has started out in plus field position. First time was off of a Wrigley Hamrick interception. Hunter Barnhart out there, and extra lineman acting as the tight end. They'll run it right side, hand it to Creighton Frost, lowers the shoulder and gets some good yardage. Give him 7, maybe 8 yards on first down.
His longest run of the half. That first possession is unable to get anything going. A couple of 2-yard runs and then an incompletion for the 3 and out this time. Early, give it to the big man. He's going to rumble and stumble for about 6 yards to set up a 2nd and 4.
Colton Collum coming back on for Hunter Barnhart. See if Collum lines up out wide, and he will on the near side. 4 wideouts. Massey, Rude, and Williams, the other 3. Frost to the left of Alford. They'll move him to the right. 2nd down and 4. He'll take the snap. Fake the handoff. Alford keeps it this time. Right side makes a nice move and out to the 25-yard line for a 1st down. Baldwin.
Really good job. And after the first zone read down in the red zone in the first half not going so well, that's 2 really well executed pull and runs there from Bryce Alford.
Approaching 7 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Bit of a slower moving start to this 2nd half than it was in the 1st half.
Yeah, both teams are kind of starting to get into their own little flow at the game, and they're going to want to be asserting their dominance on the time of possession. Baldwin is.
Ethan Williams running off late. Tucker Flory's in there and the slot in the near side, and they get Bishop Ward to jump off sides.
That's a heck of a way to sell it, kid.
That's right. That was O'Connor that stood his ground, got run over.
Tucker Bradley, either one.
Okay. That is the 5th Cyclone penalty. Baldwin has 6 of them. Cuts it in half, makes it a 1st and 5.
Your own penalties don't hurt as much if you're able to force or cause penalties on the other side. That's just not something you want to rely on, however.
4th red zone trip for Baldwin. They're 3 of 3 so far, and that was a high delivery to Colton Collum. That's tough to do.
Yeah, that's
6'6" Collum.
6'6" frame, just getting it above him. That happened last game towards the end of the game. Had him wide open, streaking down the middle of the court, and just missed him over his head. He's 6'6". He's probably got a 6'9", 6'10" wingspan as well. The kid's got longer arms. Just not able to reach up and come down with it.
Clock stops after the incompletion. 2nd and 5 from the 20. Tight formation this time. They'll run the slot man in the jet motion. They'll hand it to him. Jackson Rude made a big play late in the 1st half, making another big play here. Gets inside the 10-yard line before he's dropped at the 6. 1st down and goal coming up for Baldwin.
It's going to be a 16-yard rush. That's a big play. Sorry, 14-yard rush. On that jet sweep, we saw it in the 1st half to Tucker Flory, this time to Jackson Rude. Pretty similar results both times. 1st downs gathered on both of them, and now you're setting up for 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
Approaching the midway point here in the 3rd quarter, they'll hand it to Creighton Frost, right side. He gets bottled up, only a gain of about a yard. Run some more time off of that clock. Landry Quick looks like he's going to check into the game. See if they run that twin backfield. Massey is coming out. Looks like they will.
You got 2 powerful threats back there. You know you got to keep the defense honest. Who are you going to get the ball to? That's what that split backfield does, especially when you have 2 threats like Landry Quick and Creighton Frost back there.
1 wide out, a wing, and a tight end. Twin backfield. They'll hand it to Landry Quick, trying in the middle. He'll get dropped just shy of the goal line, down to the 1-yard line. 3rd down and goal from the 1. See if they get into that Wildcat formation that Quick scored in the 1st half on. They'll just go split backfield again. Hurry up offense, get to the line. Hand it off to Creighton Frost, and they push him into the end zone, but a flag comes flying in on the far end.
Might be on Rude.
Let's check the flag. As of right now, it's a 1-yard touchdown run from Creighton Frost.
What was their call on the field? I wasn't able.
It was a touchdown.
Yeah.
It was a sideline warning from Fort Baldwin over here. So the line judge on the far side saw a little activity getting across the sideline. Boys got to stay in control. So actually, they will give them a penalty. Actually, I thought the first time was a warning, but Must have been egregious enough that they'll give him a 5-yard penalty, so that'll back him up. 7th penalty on Baldwin. Run that split backfield again. They get him to jump off sides. They'll get the 5 yards right back.
It's about the 3rd time Alford has done that this game. He's must got a pretty good hard count down.
Like Aaron Rodgers down there with the hard count.
What it is.
So half the distance here, 3rd down and goal from the 3, and we are just playing penalties back and
everyone's
forth.
throwing a flag just because.
If you got them, throw them. Make it 8 penalties on Baldwin, making it a little bit harder on themselves here. Quick will check out. Collum getting back into the game, their big red zone target.
Maybe mad scientist Coach Melcher has drawn something up. He's setting something up just for this situation.
Tight formation here. Frost to the left of Alford, and now another stoppage. And a timeout taken by Baldwin. We're going to build the suspense even more. That'll be Baldwin's first charge timeout. Once again, I'll remind you that our presenting sponsor here on Baldwin Sports Live is Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Shad and Penny Sheldon have a great property they'd like you to check out. It's the Clinton Lake Escape, a 14-acre property near Clinton Lake. It features a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with rustic charm, a fireplace, and an unfinished basement. Enjoy a mix of open space and wooded seclusion with abundant wildlife. It's close to Lawrence, Topeka, and Kansas City. Your serene country retreat awaits. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666. 5:06 left here in the 3rd quarter. Game's gotten a little bit choppy now. Still hear that wind whipping around. It's become a lot more steady here. It was very just kind of gusty in the first half, but I feel like there might be some storms rolling in, Jackson. We'll see what happens.
For Joey's sake,
yeah,
on top of the
not.
press box, I really hope that doesn't happen. Seems like the Dodgers are already raining on his parade.
Oh. Twin receivers on the near side. Alford's going to roll that way, looking for the corner. Now has to reverse course. Now going to the right, looking for a man in the end zone. No, he's just going to tuck it in and run. Alford in for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And it is an 8-yard touchdown run. Put Baldwin up even further.
Alford reminiscent of his touchdown throw last week at Santa Fe, evading the pressure, scrambling to the far side of the field. This time he doesn't have Miles Massey to toss it up to, but he does have a clean field of green grass in front of him, and he closes the space quick and crosses the plane for another Baldwin touchdown.
A 37-13 extra point from Browers is pending. It was a bit of a high snap that time. Had some trouble getting the hold down. Got it blocked, so the extra point no good. Keep it 37-13. We'll step aside. Be back with more Bulldog football on the other side.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning have been keeping Baldwin City comfortable since 2011. Whether you need quick repairs, seasonal maintenance, or a brand new system, Clint and his team have you covered. Schedule an appointment today by calling 785-393-9329 and sign up for the preferred maintenance plan for special discounts. One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, the choice for the comfort of your family.
Late coming back on the kickoff. Quentin Pike, is that on the little pooch kickoff.
Bryce Taylor.
Okay, that is number 4. You're right, Bryce Tyler.
Tyler. Gosh, I just can't read. I think that's the problem.
Could be. So a 7-play touchdown drive from Baldwin. He goes 45 yards. Finished off by that 8-yard run from Alford. Bryce now has, let's see here, 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns. A couple of passes were bombs too. 78 and 77 yards.
Followed by a 3-yard touchdown run and a 8-yard touchdown run. So he's been getting it done all lengths today.
Bishop Ward going to start out from their own 29-yard line. First down and 10. Send a man in motion right to left. Pike looking over the middle, and that's a nice catch in traffic. Brought down by Brendan O'Connor immediately, but not before picking up a first down there. That's Devontae Davis, the senior wideout. First down of the second half for Bishop Ward.
Yeah, really good catch over the middle of Devontae Davis. He had Brendan O'Connor on his back, and then he had, I believe it was Wrigley Hamrick coming from that safety spot, ready to lay the wood. Well, really good job to hang on to the ball there.
Fresh set of downs. Penalty stops play, or a whistle, I should say.
I think somebody on the line's getting a stern talking to.
Pike's actually jogging off. Okay, so they're going to have to send the backup in.
Ray King Crockett. I mean, him and Ray Sir have to be brothers. They got the theme going on.
The backup quarterback in now, 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line, and an exchange on a fumble on the exchange, and Baldwin's going to get this thing. Hunter Barnhart coming away with it.
2 turnovers forced tonight by Baldwin. That one kind of ends up right in their hands. A missed exchange on the handoff from
Crockett.
Ray King, yeah.
Yep.
And I didn't see who the running back was, but basically ended up at Hunter Barnhart's feet. All he's got to do is fall on it. He does that. Now Baldwin's got the ball back again in Cyclone territory.
Second turnover forced here for Baldwin. They'll start once again in plus territory. Bishop Ward's 41-yard line. Alford now getting chased, running for his life, and he fumbles the football. Can Bishop Ward get on this thing? That was pretty good hustle there from Tucker Bradley, but a scrum for it at the bottom of the pile. We'll see what the officials come up with here, and Bishop Ward gets it right back. So that's a mistake from Alford. He was just trying to escape, make something happen there. He was getting chased up the middle, knocked the ball out of his hands, so back-to-back fumbles.
Yeah.
Don't see that very often.
Yeah, I think he just decided too late to try to get the ball over at the sideline and just chalk it up to a new play. It was just off balance, and that ball slips out of his hand, and now the Cyclones have the ball in very good territory. They have it on the Baldwin 36-yard line.
This is their best starting field position of the game.
Quintavion Pike's back in the game.
Pike takes the snap, gets flushed down right, and gets sacked in the backfield. He fumbled the football, or was he down? That was Ian Bryan coming off the edge that planted him into the turf. Pike a little slow to get up. They do call him down on the play.
Landry Quick really disappointed by that call because he had that and nothing but green grass in front of him. He had a play. We didn't talk about it when it happened a couple weeks ago at Wellsville. Kind of a controversial play. If you look back, there's a play, I think it's in the second half. Landry Quick literally ripped the ball from the ball carrier's hands, and he had that fumble taken away from him. So
yep.
I think if you ask him, he has 2 fumble recoveries that the refs have taken from him, but that was a good call.
Pike once again getting flushed out to his left. He's limping quite significantly there and ends up coming up short on the pass, looking for Davis out left side.
Yeah, the front 7 from Baldwin's been in the backfield for most of the night. They've done a really good job of getting Pike off his spot outside of the pocket make him make decisions, but not allowing him to use his feet to create like he has all season.
Good shot from Joey there on Pike, kind of limping his way back to the huddle. Hopefully he's all right.
See, I don't get that shot. Joey gets that shot. Joe, I don't get that shot.
We're nothing if we're not self-deprecating on this show. Trips to the far side. Richard Wells is the lone wideout here on the near side. They'll throw a dangerous screen pass out to Davis. Man, a lot of Bulldogs out there. Max Harvey, Wrigley Hamrick. Frost, I think, brought him down.
Max Harvey tried to make a read on the ball. He kind of seemed like he knew what was coming from the snap.
Almost overran that a little bit.
Yeah, Pike did a really good job getting the ball upfield while Harvey was moving in the backfield. Put his receiver in a really good spot to make play.
2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Pike takes another snap, has some decent protection, steps up in the pocket, and good coverage that time. Tucker Flory forces the incompletion on 4th down, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Second one Baldwin has forced this half. Defense is looking good.
This secondary, bar a couple plays where they've had opportunities over the top that the Cyclones just have been unable to convert on. This secondary has been really impressive and limiting the big plays. You know they're going to happen every once in a while, but a really good job of just limiting it to the 1 or 2 standouts.
Baldwin takes over their own 34-yard line with a 37-13 lead. Alford hands it off up the middle to Frost, gets stacked up. Nothing doing there, back to the line maybe. Give the Cyclones some credit here in the second half. They've been a little more stout up the middle.
Like about 8 carries. Baldwin only has like 14 yards on runs.
And the tackle from Bishop Ford, number 68, Xavier Garza, number 51, Brandon Arvone.
Plus a 15-yard run from Bryas, so about 30 yards. But they've done a lot better job this second half containing Creighton Frost from the backfield.
Spread them out, 4 wideouts. Frost still in the backfield next to Alford. Give it to him one more time, this time running right side. Takes 3 Cyclones to bring him down, give him maybe 3 yards. Still going to be 3rd and long for Baldwin. Minute and a half left in the third quarter. Don't forget, next Friday night's going to be senior night. That'll be against Osawatomie. The Trojans coming to town. Remember, we didn't play Osawatomie last year. That was the forfeit win for Baldwin, as Trojans weren't able to field a team last year. Alford rolling out to his left, looking on the out route for Rude. Short hops him on 3rd down, so that'll bring up 4th down, and Alford comes up a little gimpy.
Tripped over his own foot there, landed on his ankle weird. I'm sure he'll be fine. Kid's a competitor.
Yeah, no doubt. So that's going to bring out the ever-exciting punter, Max Harvey. Hit an absolute bomb in the first half. Actually,
they're going to send 2 returners back this time.
Yeah.
They're scared of them.
Excuse me, that was in the second half. That was earlier here in the third quarter. Flag goes flying.
There it is.
Harvey bombs another one over the head of the returner. Bounces down inside the 5. Is Massey going to down this thing? Oh, man.
Yep, they're going to give it to him.
Right at the 1-yard line. We'll see what the flag's about, though. An illegal shift on Baldwin. Man, they're going to make him re-kick this thing.
That's fine. It just gives more room for Max Harvey to throw off that leg.
Bomb it again.
Yeah. What's the game plan here, Max? I don't know. Probably just do the same thing I just did.
It is the 9th penalty on Baldwin. Guys jogging back, and they'll do it all over again. This is when you pull out the fake. Jackson just had a long bomb of a punt. I don't know if Melcher's going to gamble that much, up 37-13. Probably a little smarter football mind than me, but
a first play bomb.
So Harvey once again back in punt formation. Gets a run at it, puts the right leg to it. This time the returners muff the punt back inside the 20. They're able to cover it up. Miles Massey once again was down there putting some pressure on him.
Yeah, two really good special teams reps for the junior Massey, who's able to down it at the 1 yard line before the penalty, gets another chance at it, almost recovers a muff punt.
It's Micah Neely that ended up on that thing. Give him credit for jumping on it, but once again, Harvey able to flip the field position inside the 20 here at their own 16 is where the Cyclones will start their 5th drive of the second half. It's gone turnover on downs, punt, fumble, and turnover on downs so far.
As an Iowa fan, I can always appreciate a good punt.
It's a good call. Hawkeyes got a big one this weekend, Penn State.
Penn State at home.
Oh, boy. Back them up 5 on the false start. That'll be 7th penalty on the Cyclones. Third quarter has been choppy.
Yeah, for both teams, not really able to get too much into a rhythm. Baldwin able to score a couple possessions ago, but not able to get anything really productive on the ground as consistently as they were in the first half.
We've seen multiple turnover on downs, couple of 3 and outs, back-to-back fumbles in this third quarter as there's Devontae Davis with some room, and he's got some speed coming down the near sideline. Almost makes a man miss around midfield, and gets crunched. He probably should have went down. Wrigley Hamrick was the one that was able to bring him down. A couple other Bulldogs came up to help out.
Friendly fire too. Ty Daly came in there like a rocket. Got some of Davis, got some of Jackson Rude.
It's a nice game there. It's probably one of the biggest chunk plays that the Cyclones have had this game.
Yeah, really good blocking on the near side of the field. You probably had an argument the sideline for Baldwin why it might have been a holding, but didn't get the call. A really good play by Davis.
High snap. Good job by Pike to bring it down. There's a lot of running room coming for the other Pike, Quentin Pike. He gets down inside the red zone. Out of bounds inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Back-to-back big plays there for Bishop Ward on this drive. 2 first downs in a row. They've only had 3 total in the second half here. 7 seconds, just under that, left in the third quarter. Ian Bryan coming on. He'll replace Taylor Wilson on that D-line for the time being.
The last thing you want to do if you're on the Baldwin sideline is allow the Cyclones to think that they can get back in it and give them that extra breath of life.
Pike looking for the end zone, throws it up there and able to get his hands on it. Is that Davis out there?
I think it went over.
Is.
Yeah, it was.
So 0.6 seconds still on the clock in the third quarter.
Davis and Bryce Tyler in the area.
Bishop Ward 1 of 2 so far on their red zone trips. This is their 3rd of the game. Baldwin's 4 of 4 on their red zone trips. 2nd down and 10 from the 13 coming up. Trips to the near side. Pike takes the snap. He's looking for the lone receiver on the left side, and that's some really good coverage out there. Is that
Tucker Flory?
Yep. Once again, he has been stone cold in coverage so far.
Especially in the red zone. He's been really good in preventing those
you can see
fade balls.
End of the third quarter there. Baldwin up big, 37-13. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter of Bulldog football coming up. Baldwin trying to improve to 4-3.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Baldwin Band is always jamming out here. Shut Up and Dance. And the pep band during basketball is like one of the best around. Just play the hits, nothing but the hits. Probably the same guys. We're getting a stoppage here at the start of the fourth quarter. Somebody take a timeout, and it was Baldwin taking another timeout. That's their second. So that's interesting. That it'll give me a chance to remind you that Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. They're a family-owned company right here in Baldwin City that services many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. With state-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment that offers excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career. Find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com. So out of the timeout now, Baldwin has one left. Bishop Ward, all three remaining as we start the fourth quarter with a 3rd down and 10 from Baldwin's 13. Third red zone trip that Bishop Ward has made, one of 2 so far. They'll send Davis in motion. Pike takes the snap. He's looking deep down the left side for the end zone, and he's got his man. Thought it might have been a bit of a push off there, but the second touchdown catch from Jalen Jefferson of the game is a 13-yard touchdown pass on 3rd down.
Tucker Flory on the coverage, just unable to close that last bit of space there before the ball got there. Good on the money throw by Pike.
That was really put it right on him in the corner of the end zone. Pretty good coverage, like you said, from Flory, but better throw.
They were getting physical back there.
We're already getting some finals coming in across as they go for 2 on the 2-point conversion. Quentin Pike runs it in there. So that makes it 37-21. We'll step aside, be back in 30 seconds. Bulldogs still with the lead.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Trindle Lumber.
37-21 now. Baldwin still out in front, but a long touchdown drive there from Bishop Ward. They go 84 yards down the field on 5 plays, punching in with a 13-yard pass from Pike to Jefferson. Second time they've hooked up for a touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. Like you just said, Jackson, off the air, it's only a 2-possession game here. It feels a lot more comfortable for Baldwin than that, but
yeah, I think that might be a little bit of a problem. The game's not over. It's just 2 possessions. So far, this Bishop Ward defense has been pretty stout, been able to get a couple stops.
Good kickoff here. It's going to bounce around the 10-yard line. Ethan Williams there needs to pick it up around the 6. He does. Steps out of a tackle around the 15, gets shoved out there by Navarrete.
This is a big possession for Baldwin. Really big possession. You have the opportunity to pretty much put the nail in the coffin, but if you're not able to convert on this possession, you're giving the ball back to a Cyclone team that's coming off of a touchdown drive and some renewed spirit and an opportunity to get back in the game. You just got to take it one possession at a time and convert on the easy ones.
Yeah, to your point, Jackson, last couple of possessions has been a fumble on the first play from Bryce Alford and then a 3 and out. So see what they do here. They give it to Jackson Root on the jet sweep. He's showing that speed off again, out past the 30 to the 35-yard line before he's shoved out. Oh, no, somebody's down for Baldwin on the back end there.
And they're getting that.
Well, they'll come and check him out, stop play. Looks like one of the linemen. I can't get a number on it. Is that Brendan O'Connor? Certainly is. He's up to his feet now. Jet Root is jogged on. He'll take his place. Looks like he's holding his right hand, his right wrist. So he's able to jog off under his own power. Nice round of applause from the Bulldog faithful. Was a big gain on first down all the way out to the 35-yard line from Jackson Root. Hopefully O'Connor can walk that thing off. If Jet Root replaces him on the offensive line, they'll spread it out, 4 wideouts in the formation. Once again, they'll run a jet motion, Ethan Williams, and maybe a false start here on Baldwin, and it is. It'll be penalty number 10.
Penalties early in the chains have been a killer for Baldwin all year, really, when it comes to, especially on possessions where they need to convert. It feels like those penalties are there to show up and slow us down.
Back them up 5, first down and 15 from their own 30. Just about a minute into the fourth quarter. Alford hands it off to Wrigley Hamrick there. Not much running room. A nice play defensively by Xavion Pickens, one of the seniors. He's a 6', 225-pound senior.
It took about 2.5 quarters, or really just the first half, but this defensive line for Bishop Ward has really stepped up in a big way for the Cyclones, and it's part of the reason why they're still here in the fourth quarter with a fighter's chance as we close it out.
Ooh, a bad snap here. Alford's going to chase it, pick it up, try to make a play, throws it to Max Harvey around the 30-yard line. He breaks the tackle. He's got some running room down the near sideline, steps out of bounds around the 50 and into Bishop Ward territory. How about that? Another ad-lib play on a bad snap. Second time we've seen Alford have to chase down the ball and makes a big play.
Yeah, that's another big play from Alford on a fumbled snap. Of course, before the conclusion of the first half, had that big touchdown play to Jackson Root. That was an important play. This one, too, on, I believe, third down, and being able to convert and not give the ball back to the Cyclones is a big thing to have in this situation.
Into Cyclone territory, first down and 10. Handed off to Jackson Root, running far side again, cuts it up, breaks a tackle, almost broke another one, and that was a touchdown saving tackle on the back end that time. But another great gain. It was Micah Neely that brought him down and saved a touchdown. Root's been having some fun out on the edge. Back-to-back first downs for Baldwin, 3 of them on this drive.
My count, he's got 50 yards on the ground and 114 over the air. He's had a really good game on both sides of the ball as well.
Baldwin winding some clock down as well on this drive. Approaching the red zone from the 29-yard line. That time Frost got stacked up in the backfield by Xavion Pickens.
That might be the first one-on-one tackle
Yeah,
I've seen all year.
Takes
Creighton
a
Frost. It takes a
6 foot 225
deep lineman. So if there's any coaches out there looking for an answer for
That's
24,
right.
there it is.
Need some big dudes.
Yeah.
Baldwin in control here, up by 16 points, trying to put an exclamation mark on it. Tight formation here. Fake it. Alford looking. He's got some time now. He runs out of it. Scrambles up the middle. Breaking tackles and slides down just shy of a first down. Good ad lib there from Bryce Alford. I think I saw some lightning coming
Halfway
out,
through the
out
play,
west
yeah,
there.
that was a pretty cool,
Not a good
pretty
sign.
cool backdrop.
And
yeah, they're gonna.
Oh no! Yeah, I think they're gonna have to clear the field here because of the lightning. Oh no! This is your worst nightmare. 8:53 left. Looks like they're gonna send the guys to the locker room as we got some weather coming in. Home crowd giving them a nice round of applause as they head to the locker room. At least some of them. Now Bishop Ward obliges, and they will head in as well. So for now, we'll take a break and a
they're coming back
timeout.
out.
Okay, well, let's see.
Oh, never mind.
And
Okay.
they're back going back in. It's like herding cattle. All right, so 8:53 left. We're going to have to take a timeout due to some lightning in the area. So we'll be back with more Bulldog football whenever they get back out here.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning have been keeping Baldwin City comfortable since 2011. Whether you need quick repairs, seasonal maintenance, or a brand new system, Clint and his team have you covered. Schedule an appointment today by calling 785-393-9329 and sign up for the preferred maintenance plan for special discounts. One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, the choice for the comfort of your family.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
When it comes to building your dream home, quality matters. For residential or commercial, Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry brings precision, passion, and Baldwin City pride to every project. They specialize in complete home builds and custom cabinetry to help your dream space become a reality. For a free quote, call 785-248-0698 and follow them on Facebook to check out their latest projects. Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry. Built local, built right, built for Baldwin City.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by. Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by. Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning have been keeping Baldwin City comfortable since 2011. Whether you need quick repairs, seasonal maintenance, or a brand new system, Clint and his team have you covered. Schedule an appointment today by calling 785-393-9329 and sign up for the preferred maintenance plan for special discounts. One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, the choice for the comfort of your family. When it comes to building your dream home, quality matters. For residential or commercial, Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry brings precision, passion, and Baldwin City pride to every project. They specialize in complete home builds and custom cabinetry to help your dream space become a reality. For a free quote, call 785-248-0698 and follow them on Facebook to check out their latest projects. Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry. Built local, built right, built for Baldwin City.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenOutdoors.com.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College. At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
When it comes to building your dream home, quality matters. For residential or commercial, Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry brings precision, passion, and Baldwin City pride to every project. They specialize in complete home builds and custom cabinetry to help your dream space become a reality. For a free quote, call 785-248-0698 and follow them on Facebook to check out their latest projects. Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry. Built local, built right, built for Baldwin City.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning have been keeping Baldwin City comfortable since 2011. Whether you need quick repairs, seasonal maintenance, or a brand new system, Clint and his team have you covered. Schedule an appointment today by calling 785-393-9329 and sign up for the preferred maintenance plan for special discounts. One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, the choice for the comfort of your family.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to...
All right, welcome back here to an empty Liston Stadium. We are still in a lightning delay, but lightning is persistent around the area. And I think we're going to pack up, Jackson. I mean, it's going to be a while. Lightning's still striking, so it's 30 minutes after every single lightning strike. So this is, we got to get our post-game show ad read in, and we'll call this the post-game show brought to us by Hometown Construction. Let me pull that one up. At Hometown Construction, they're bringing trust back to the roofing and exterior businesses. No more corner cutting, just real craftsmanship and real-world experience for the most lasting results. Call Hometown Construction today for your free estimate and experience the breath of fresh air that they can bring. Hometown Construction, where hometown service meets peace of mind. And, I believe the score was 37-21.
It was a 16-point game, 2 possessions.
37-21. There was 8:53 left on the clock when the lightning delay came.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who knows how long this is going to take.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of rules involving it. One of the ones I just learned is if it's a 2-possession game with weather, if the game's called, it's not an automatic victory to the team in the lead. They'll have to replay, most likely. If they don't get back onto the field, they'll have to replay the last 8:53 of the fourth quarter, which I don't know when they would fit that in because we got playoffs in 2 weeks. We got Osawatomie next week, so I don't know how they're going to handle it.
And I mean, this is a big game in terms of playoff positioning.
Exactly.
Baldwin wins this, they get a home playoff game.
Yeah, they're looking. Yeah, that's what we're coming for, to win out the rest of the season and, you know, close out and hopefully get a home playoff game for ourselves and give ourselves opportunity for a playoff run.
So anyway, I guess we'll just report on the end of this game, whatever happens. Let's go ahead and hand out our Player of the Game award.
I have a pretty easy one. That's,
okay.
For me, it's going to be Wrigley Hamrick. He
Yeah.
had the 76-yard touchdown on the first play of the game. He's got an interception. He's had some other big plays throughout the game. I feel like this one's pretty easy. The sophomore all year has just kind of had his flashes, and this game was kind of the Wrigley Hamrick coming out party. it was really fun to watch 12 run around the field all night.
All right, so there you have it, our player of the game, Wrigley Hamrick. It's brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Insurance and Investments. Wow, that was that was insanely close. Oh my goodness. All right, now everyone's really scattering. I think we're just let's get that camera down and let's get out of here. Oh my goodness,
it's been a
that was
night here in
insane.
Baldwin.
I want to watch the replay of that. It probably struck on the field. That was right in the middle of the ad read.
Oh
Sorry, Farm Bureau Financial Services. They're hoping. Oh man.
I don't know. I don't want to go get the camera.
Yeah, honestly, we're gonna do some rock paper scissors on who's gonna go up to get the camera, but it's probably gonna be me. Anyways, for Jackson Blakely and our debut, Joey Bongard.
Did a great job.
We're looking forward to next week already. I'm Ryan Hilmer signing off from a dangerous Baldwin City. We'll see you next time on Baldwin Sports Live.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.